following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
How much influence do the council have over the rest of the triumvirate?
1/3.
1/3. So even if you sway the council, it may not. There are more stages beyond just convincing the council.
If the council were swayed, then that might cause an injunction hearing, which would extend the time frame for further evidence and convincing.
I've been told there is a device positioned in the sun, in our sun's soul. Do you know what this device, how this device is activated and what will happen when it detonates?
Unfortunately, not being an adult, I do not have the specifics of the device, but it is most likely an implosion trigger. Or it could be an antimatter collapser.
Those are two very different things.
Yes. I do not know the specifics of what kind of device it might be.
Right. But the gist of things is that there isn't a lot my friends can do to help you right now until you may or may not need a witness.
If we remain unsuccessful in convincing the triumvirate to call off the trial, there is still always the possibility that your world may pass the trial.
What constitutes the trial?
I cannot say. It is different. It is usually specific to the region.
I see. So a more war-focused planet would be a battle, but a more... No?
No. A more war-focused planet might be required to have an intellectual solution to prove their ability to adapt and grow. On the other hand, single-purpose societies are often also given a thing that they are supposedly exemplar. It is difficult to predict, and it will not be clear. However, it is unlikely that the people of your world will be able to work out what constitutes the trial based on observance.
Well, more problematically, it seems impossible to unite in time to face the trial.
I'm not sure that is even a requirement.
So small communities on a world can pass the trial, and the world...
It has happened before. Madanites, for example, a small island nation on their world, were able to pass the trial successfully, while the more advanced cultures that viewed them as foolish were not, thus saving their entire world.
And what happened to the Madanites?
I believe after their world was left alone, the more advanced races destroyed their culture, and they no longer exist.
Thank you very much.
Is there naught else you would ask?
No, I think I have all the answers I need.
Unfortunate.
Good luck.
What? I do not understand.
It's something you say to someone hoping fortune will fall their way.
Ah, interesting. Good day.
I'll end the call.
This is going to be awkward when she shows up at the convention tomorrow.
I don't think you can do anything about the Imperium.
One thing I probably should have mentioned
yet.
first was the idea seemed very foreign to them that Earth is a diverse place. So, for example, when they crashed here and were getting shot at by hillbillies and shotguns,
they didn't understand that all Earthlings would do the exact same thing.
They thought all Earthlings were like that, So they were like, this represents your people as a whole. Your people are violent and savage.
I
and
can
brutal.
understand exactly how that is. All Americans are like this.
So the idea, it took us a while to convince them that we were representing their best interests and were an ally trying to save them, because the idea, their nation all acts and thinks the same way and don't have diversity in that sense. God, it was really hard to say that without cringing.
Stranger among us, brothers from afar seek help. Leaves fall cutting deep.
This guy is good!
They wanted a t-shirt before I go back.
Really? Because, like, I've already got one order for a butts t-shirt.
Well, I also think we can...
Looking at you, Bryn.
It's me.
Like, that was a fucking question!
It happened today.
You were there!
Is there a special graphic on the U?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to actually design it, so...
Yeah, we'll see.
I also think that unless something specifically comes up, the Edomite problem can be avoided for a short period of time. So I think you can put those two things aside. Do you have a way to face King Kamehameha? Mayhem.
I can't think of one unless one of us can learn how to surf.
One of us.
have a jetboard. We have a jetboard in
Wait,
storage.
where is that stored?
Come on, everybody!
In Battle Station.
At least get it on time, guys. Sort your shit out.
You're just pissed because we don't have a cool thing to do.
You could X-back at us, then we'd all be Xing.
No, but then he would be acknowledging it.
Exactly. Yeah, but they would stop doing it.
Oh, I don't know. I like running things way into the ground.
Yeah, one of us has to at least learn how to surf. That'd be the primary thing to start.
Is that really how we have to take them down?
It's the rules.
Learning how to
Not so
surf.
much the rules, it's just that sort of historically King Kamehameha has never been apparently able to turn down a surfing challenge.
So we'd also have to not only learn how to surf, but be able to potentially beat him in
The
the
demon code
contest.
prevents him from declining a rock-off challenge.
We still don't even know why he wants them.
Maybe he likes butts.
We can find out more about his plans and maybe where he's operating from. We might be able to use the surf thing as a distraction. I'm not sure it's likely any of us could, even if we trained 24 hours a day.
Well, you have to surf in the sky.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the next part of the problem.
So you would have to see if he would accept a replica surfboard made of ice for use, or you would have to find some kind of hoverboard.
That's the problem. Is the
We did
replicas
accept the challenge when I just used my ice disc.
Yeah,
I
but
just
it wasn't a
didn't have
surfboard.
chance.
also
Yeah.
yeah, he immediately was just like, "Oh, you're just flying on a disc.
Yeah.
I've already won."
And then he was just
And
styling.
he was just styling all over you. You're not really sky surfing. You're flying on a board. That's different. Yeah, the equivalent is you took a power boat to a surf competition and expected to somehow be considered an applicant.
Does he fly laterally, or does he drop in and surf the?
He rides the curve of the cloud wave,
Right.
which happens. That the clouds naturally sort of roll in like surf.
I see.
Well, I say unnaturally, it's actually unnaturally.
Because he causes, yeah.
It's not like he's telling the wave what to do, so it's perfect. It's just like that happens. It's an effect.
Yeah.
It's actually a 1-point feature. Surf clouds.
We don't know, he used to be a criminal, decades ago,
I would argue he's still a criminal now.
who had, motives, or at least he was performing crimes, but the only crimes he seems to be actually committing at the moment are capturing this group of people, so it seems to be just a revenge plot or something.
Revenge from stealing technology.
Yeah.
But I think that's just, he steals whatever happens to be around when he makes his attempt on one of his team.
I'm not saying to only do things that are well within your capabilities. But you need to be better at assessing when things are too far beyond your capabilities. Sometimes you end up in unescapable situations. I didn't expect Uber Rocket to show up on top of this fire, but for the most part, you should assess things more specifically and how you can deal with them with your available skill sets, as opposed to jumping in and hoping for the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why we do probably too often resort to the this is too much for us, Ultra Girl, help.
Well, we've asked her.
We have, no, I mean, I'm like, we haven't asked her a lot lately, and I think because we realised that we can't.
Well, she's got her own missions that
She's got her own stuff to do, but.
And asking Diana and Red Devil, well, we knew we couldn't do the mission without them, or at least somebody. That was the biggest thing, and we don't have the contacts of some of the ones that you know in the city, so it was.
To be fair, the original idea was to ask K8, not Diana, but Diana wasn't going to lend us her robot and volunteered to come herself.
Like unto a branch, many uses have clompies. They are not just this.
Sage, wise.
You're the leader now.
I would say that if we're looking for efficiency, the poison fuck thing is the thing to look into the most. It would be the most pressing.
That's the biggest thing at the moment.
That
The
and
biggest
whenever the
short-term
black,
danger and long-term
that and whenever the black
that
rose
we
in
can
the
deal
pit.
with.
Black Rose.
That and whatever happens tomorrow at the Archaeologists convention.
Well, there's
And
also
whatever happens the day after that, and the day after that.
No, there was only 2 more days left.
No, not
Sunday.
after the
just in
Archaeologists
general. Just in
convention.
general.
Oh, like it's
called
like
Rock.
other Chief Break Everything. You guys haven't even mentioned there's another Chief Break Everything.
Well, we knew about that. That one was
Yeah.
happening towards the end of last
Yeah.
season as well.
Well, he's pretty much been around the entire time you've been around, so.
What about those things you don't know about?
You know, all those things.
Fuck!
I don't know
Like that
about.
guy who's after,
Fuck! I didn't even know about that.
or the protein thing that's stored in one of those chemical balls.
That's just left up there on the
Oh, that's right.
on the roof.
Did we ever find out what happened with that chick that we brought out of Dr. Destructo's base?
No,
Did that ever come up? Okay.
She was just gone.
I don't know what you mean now.
the one.
That's
you mean.
one, isn't
That's
it?
one.
Yeah. But yeah, she's not even in the wrestling game anymore, so I figured that plot line has gone.
No,
to the
too many
wayside.
fucking player characters thanks to the DMV. Jesus, my roster's too
Because
bloated with player characters now.
She basically got replaced with Bonnie, as I recall. Yeah.
Inherited a good chunk of the moveset too.
Good old Bon.
I think this is well, Bonbon. The Bonbon who's been.
Actually, her fucking nickname now.
Yeah, but there's
There's
she's
actually
called
a
Bonbon,
Bonbon as
but there's
well.
also Bonbon is not Bonnie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
one
but that's
who's-
spelt bon in the French term.
Yeah.
Like good.
You mean someone's girlfriend?
No, that's Babette.
Oh, that's right.
Who's nobody's girlfriend.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
She doesn't.
Okay,
don't-
she might have another
you don't
boyfriend.
know.
Yeah, but she's not Alexander Hamilton's girl.
Yeah.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't. You don't.
That'd be up to Gina,
You don't
wouldn't
know
it?
that. Listen.
It'd be up to Jen. Kiss me, Jen. Just throwing this out here, Jen.
This is not.
Can I have another girlfriend?
Polygamy!
I'm not
Polygamy!
dumping you. I just think I should have another one. I want it more. but I want it more, Jen.
But detective team's getting bigger than 2, right? Has a really pretty smile. Alexander Handsome grins.
See, I mean, you used to be my
How
home
to
and
do
away
to the grill,
girlfriend, but now
Alexander
you're just
Debbie
away.
credit.
Like your home girlfriend.
Look, this is not a Light Brigade set.
I know.
This is a
This is why it's
powerful
not
sits
canon.
around and talks about things and maybe has a little kissing.
Just between the bunny and Skittle.
That's what I was referring to. He's just like,
And then Jun's ferret mysteriously goes absent. And there's just a little burp from the rabbit.
Thinking that ferret could stand up to the might of Fluffles.
It's not a combat pet.
I still want to see if
It's a key feature.
the Cold Rocks Post really is behind these attacks on the Free Press. Even if I admit that's more of a personal.
What's your avenue for
Interest?
looking into that, though?
To disguise herself as
I mean-
a Russian whore.
See,
We'd
when-
almost need somebody on the inside.
Yeah. See, when we had Bevan, she worked at the Cold Rocks Post.
Yeah, but she's...
But
Or when Soviet worked at the Cold Rocks Post and then quit.
she
instead
got
of-
fired!
She got fired. She quit.
This shouldn't have been Russian. I
Also,
guess.
there was no free press back then because they were the Cold Rocks Post before they got.
That's your lack of foresight. Your Bruce foresight.
Nice to see you.
Chuck
To
Yeager's
see
accurate.
you.
Nice.
I'm sure some of the writers there still have some integrity. You could...
Reporters with integrity. What a notion.
Yeah. It's almost like I want to believe in people.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Has the world not given you all the examples that you shouldn't
No.
or mustn't?
I need a few more.
All right.
This is a comic book setting. You're supposed to have hope, right?
Yeah.
Hope starts with an H. Stupid. What says you people struggle for things?
But yeah, I'm not sure that's a higher priority as some of this other stuff.
It could be important if your goal is to improve your image.
Yeah, but that's one of the main reasons. Another reason to look into it is that at least the Free Press seems more honest about their reporting.
There's probably limits to what they can do with their own investigations, too, but if I could convince Alona to pass on anything they find out, we might be able to do something. It's not quite like having an insider in the post itself, but...
Alona.
Oh, someone from the Sharmaconda reservation who works for the Free Press.
She was the one that was bidding on him at the start with the blankets.
She is at least aware of what I am. I think she called me crazy the first time, but
She's cute.
Is that true of all the Native Americans in Shamakonda?
Well, they're not all cute, no.
Well, you could
Like
let
this
her win.
graceful doe, who's like got a nice personality,
bet on
but
her.
she looks like Sally Struthers ate Jabba the Hutt.
yeah.
You bid
She
on
can
him
source
for.
flour.
Was that? I bid on.
You bid on him for.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
did.
I bid,
Yeah.
I
And
bid
as
on
we
him-
know, communism is about sharing.
I bid on him because I think that he and
We'll be a better couple.
Svetlana would be a nice
Real
fit.
spin.
Yeah, real spin. Not other spin.
Is that a
But I call her what I want to call her.
Well, yeah, we have been spending some time together.
Good for you.
Yeah. It'd be good for both of you.
For the longest time, I had put all thoughts of myself aside. Maybe I should keep a little bit of my time.
I think it can be hard to properly focus on all variables instead of just the mission if you don't make time for yourself.
Also, at least you know that she's somebody who can handle herself.
And she seems to know some of the ways of my people. Maybe I should learn more about hers.
It works. It's perfect.
Communism doesn't work.
Yeah.
This is non-canon, but petulant small move. Other Svetlana is Pog. Make indignant noise.
Other Svetlana is Paul.
The moo isn't broken anymore?
No, it's still broken.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he has the indignant
Apart from the
noise.
one over there.
So carry on. It turns out it works perfectly.
And the elders of Shamakonda are aware of I guess call it my spiritual position, but I do not know if they are aware that I vigilante in my off hours.
But I'm not spiritualisming.
And I thought your chief was shortly out of town, but not part of Shamakonda. How is he?
Yeah, he seems to be doing alright. I had to send him away for a while. He was in danger, but has since returned. I've been trying to get him to go and meet with the Shamakonda. Our people don't, or what remains of our people, don't need to be at war anymore. War.
No, those guys are manga hits.
Close.
What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
War.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hiya!
Just noticed my sleeves are huge.
Actually, that's something to mention briefly. There's I know that you may be skeptical, but about my visions, but I've been getting troubling feelings. They relate to some totem poles that we've been I've been learning about. It seems like, from what I can understand, that something bad is coming in relation to them. They prophesize about something or a place to ward off something. But were since stolen. One has been returned and they're working on restoring it because it was altered. But it's just something I'm looking into.
Oh, we didn't even mention that place.
Also, the Light Brigade have gone evil and we need to stop them.
No, they've done that.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
What place?
Well, that warehouse where, remember all the stolen stuff?
How did we even... What triggered us?
That was when we were starting to look at the slave stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They were linked to the slave, or...
Actually, they were linked to Follow the Adamant, who was linked to the slave.
Mm-hmm.
Like two separate things that were linked at the top that
Yeah.
did not interchange.
That was the Vala worshippers.
We still have yet to return those rugs. That we now know are maps.
Yes. Are you familiar much with Vala the Adamant, or is that nothing you dealt with in your...
I haven't dealt with her personally. I've heard the name come up.
She's not a lot of fun.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, she was trying to sacrifice a gym teacher from my own skull. My old skull. Which might be getting shut down from what I can understand.
They run out of gym teachers to sacrifice
What do you
on the
mean?
school altar.
Well, you heard that the apparently they might be shutting down Richard Milhouse Nixon High?
Look, does it involve video games?
I didn't
He
know.
hasn't heard about it.
No. Didn't you go to the
And
good
it
school?
does, and that they had to place him.
No.
No,
Oh.
we all went to the same school
Because Brooke went here.
because Brooke went there.
Aren't there only two schools? What would they do if they closed down the Western?
Someone's been listening to me.
I mean, I didn't go to school, but like I understand that's the situation.
So there'd only be the one school then, like...
There's Truman High is Pog. And Richard Milhouse Nixon High is La Bamba Essay.
But like you just do like simple like geometry. Where do you fit all the people? It's like the Holocaust, right? Like where do you fit those 6 million
I've been
people?
over this, but I don't know if you were here. There are obviously more schools.
Ah,
These are just the main ones that where all the action happens.
right.
No one cares about the others.
The other ones just
Oh,
fit
shit.
into the mediocrity.
Okay.
Obviously, like there's the black school where they just teach them how to pick locks and steal and never show up for their kids.
Amigos, that's under.
Yeah, there's Amigos, which is just like a bunch of bouncing cars and butts.
But the black school produced Jamal, right?
Oh yeah, and he's amazing.
Yeah,
You know,
that's the one good thing they ever did.
Because he sat down and studied, unlike all those useless niggers that were...
Yeah, his teachers hated him.
The teachers hated learn how to throw guns with this one weird trick. Anyway, moving on.
Jamal, did you do your homework? Yeah. Detention.
You just wait and see. One of these days I'm gonna grow up to be a cop, then I'll beat all of you niggas. Moving on.
It may be worth looking into, especially if it ties into the spiritual underpinning of how your powers work.
Yeah. Well,
Acquiring more totems could also lead to you increasing your abilities.
it's been.
Did you tell Thomas about what we found under the slavery ring too?
What did you find?
There was a huge, cloning facility.
It was under
And the guy who was... There were clones of that guy who was the torture guy.
You know, the one from the main credits.
Well, the anti-piracy guy.
You wouldn't download a car.
Fucking yeah!
In the age of 3D printing, this is becoming more viable.
What were they cloning?
That guy.
Just
Yeah, just that one. Someone got a hold of it and just cloned him.
And there was a bunch of this armor down there as well.
Yeah, I did mention this. So, on a side note, under McClintock's
Ooh, shake fist.
tenage, he put forward about armor for DMV agents.
oh, the DMV, right.
Yep.
Okay.
DMV armor. There's a few other little gadgets and such that never actually got off.
No, it's all hypothetical, right?
Yep.
It never made it to production.
Well, it did.
Noise.
right.
Oh, yeah, so on that note, one of the lead
so
people
serious.
in that slavery ring was McClintock.
Put some magic.
Right.
Which
So
Protestant.
she got all the built all the armor, which we got destroyed, which had it had destructo robots in them. So the armor's
Well,
been
he's fucking speechless.
the armor's
Holy
been
crap,
run by
he did it.
destructo robots.
old
So
one.
it was a destructo factor.
No.
He's probably
No, it
speechless
was-
because we glossed over the slavery stuff. We've got about all the cool stuff underneath it.
No, that was in one of the other bases. It wasn't under that base.
So they're just using old destructo tech, like they came across and
Rebuild
That
it.
doesn't make any sense.
Well,
But he would know.
yes,
He'd have to let it happen.
yes.
But then, why
Or
would
he
he
just
let
have to
people
not
use
care.
his robots?
It's time to shoot a duck.
We
Cocoa
don't
never cost you more.
we don't know, but there was something else down there, and in the end,
There was a portal.
there was the portal, which we managed to close.
It was the portal to Vala's demonic realm.
Right.
Which is where they were getting their powers to enslave and do. It was the Germans.
Of course it was the Germans. They're evil.
But
Nonsense. No one who speaks German can be evil. Nah, yeah, they pretty much.
yep.
All of them. Every single
But Diana.
Characters who speak German, raise hands.
He does sometimes.
Sorry, what was the name of that game again?
I can also do it in Zen form too. I'm learning it.
The blade, dude.
It's a thing. Yeah, we destroyed it. Destroyed everything in there. Wiped it all out. With the help of a friend.
Yeah.
Kate.
Okay.
Yes, K8.
Kate Roberts. Official news reporter girl.
Get her to infiltrate the fucking the cult.
again, there's had so much happening. It's knowing what to say and what we haven't said and what's important. And
I mean, we didn't even touch on the Dalgin, but we're still sitting here, so presumably.
oh, the Dalgin! I forgot all about that. Hey,
And you can forget again. All you have to do.
I'm sure.
Shit.
I mean,
I want to watch Wishmaster.
that's a bit tricky because
He's coming around tomorrow.
so much has been undone
Maybe I've got a shed to build.
thanks to what your sister did.
2 shades.
yeah,
They're too far apart.
Because technically that didn't happen, but it did at the same time.
Like Snoopy.
it's
Well, not just because but because of what I wished. We have a situation where the events both happened and didn't happen at the same time. But then there was also what your sister
What
wished
specifically?
as well.
Oh, to be a real girl. She wasn't for a bit.
anyway. Yes, Dalgin was solved.
By Soviet, of all things.
Oh, she caused it.
Thanks.
No, she didn't though. It was like some random doofus, right?
Yeah, some random doofus like put the pallet jack down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, so correcting that mistake meant that it wasn't there to be knocked over, it meant that the flow-on effects, and the dominoes all fall down until it hits the double six, and it's because double six is a powerful explosive.